Hey everybody, Multidimensional Theorist here. Happy New Year's Eve. So I'm coming on right now because there are the energetic waves and portals of different beings that are coming in right now. It's almost like there's a fireworks is what they're showing me. And this is on all levels. This is Ascendant Master levels. This is alternate realities with the galactical beings. This is through different monuments that's happening. And monuments are like on the earth to they're like structures that represent the energetic frequency of retreats and sacred energy and gateways and portals that are actually at those places. And so I'm here today to talk about certain highlights of what is being shown to me to share for you to tap into on this New Year's Eve portal extravaganza fireworks show. So first I want to talk about Paul the Vietine. Very creative being. His essence, he's Ascendant Master. His retreat is known to be there. He has connections with France. So Paris is the city of love. And Paris, they actually gave New York the Statue of Liberty. And so through this gifting, it was like where it is, New York City, where the Statue of Liberty holds a level of creative juice, beauty. And that's why you see in the city of New York where people go, they strive to be actresses, to be artists, and because that it holds that level of frequency there. And so at this time there is an awakening that is happening. I see there's a spaceship from one second. So I asked who these beings were, and they're like, we're the collective consciousness of knowing beyond what you already know. So these beings they're beautiful, like pure white energy with purple eyes. And so they're here to really expand our awareness and our expression of beauty. And you can go and visit. So when I talk about certain energies, however you incorporate them in your practice, whether it's through dancing with these energies, moving, creating music, creating some kind of art, meditating, whatever way you can get in trance and kind of like bring these in through your heart space, through experiencing them outside of what your mind thinks. And so it's actually a real big time of, there's like new year, new vision, a lot of people make commitments and resolutions for new versions of self. What's really coming through, and Cleopatra actually brought these through earlier today for myself, is like through the third eye, there's like these cosmic dusts that hold these potentials they're like seeds that are just far beyond what we can comprehend in sense of what we're able to receive as truth. And as it's like a cosmic galaxy. Actually, hold on one second. They want me to show you this. I actually recently got this water bottle, and this is exactly what they were showing me today. See these like stardusts? Like these are we can invite these into our being, to our third eye, and for each of us, it's going to hold a different evolution of expansion through our senses, through our psychic abilities, through our intuition, and how we perceive. It's like going from a 2D printer to a 3D printer, and really amplifying, adding a different level, like a surround sound to clairaudience. And if you're clairsentient, that it's going to deepen the amount of information that you receive. And so through this upgrade of also conceptualizing who you thought you were and allowing a different layer of this of your beauty, of your essence, of your truth, to shine through, to be expressed. And so if you feel called to do something that may be out of normal, like maybe dye your hair, get a piercing, or you're out and you're like, oh, I really, and I'm talking exteriorly because it's gonna manifest in a lot of different ways. Oh, I really like that coat. Honor that inside of yourself. And if you can't dye your hair do a washout within a day, find a way to incorporate it into your life. And also, they're telling me to really allow yourself to go within and understand that this beauty, we see it sometimes as very physical, but it's very energetic wise too. And so going within inside yourself and really honoring what this year has been for you in so many different ways, like the lessons, what you're taking with you, what you're not taking with you, and seeing the beauty in all of it. And if that resonates with you, and taking that with you into the new year and stepping into this level of being for yourself that is it's like a new being of you, a new version. And it's through the acknowledgement and closing the door on what was and giving gratitude and bringing in what is. And so this brings me to the third topic I want to talk about today, and this is the galactic beings of the Orions. So the Orions have been, they're very, they are defenders. We are defenders. So when I say we, I'm very much an Orion as well. Orion actually in my DNA, but also through my soul. So what does that mean? So over the times back in Atlantis and stuff, the Orions had become part of breed. I don't want to say breeding because we sound like animals, though we are. But in the process of procreation, the Orions had become very much part of that during that time. And it also, our DNA over time has been manipulated by certain certain beings in power that have played around with certain things, whether it's through viruses and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually not going to go into the details of all that right now, but using certain galactical energies, beings, they have been involved in this manipulation as well. And through there, you would take me times to like the Nazi regime, and using power from alternate realities of DNA to experiment with, to create a sense of, and this goes to the German heritage and stuff. Like, oh, I feel this on an ancestral level because I'm very much have German in my being. It was manipulated to create power among the soldiers through brainwashing and through this idea of intellect Orions are very much part of intellect and knowing and standing. And that was actually the main part of what they wanted to use, is to be able to gain a higher level of intellect to manipulate and to have mind control. This is really deep for me. I didn't know I was going this deep, but we're going there today. Not much further. So having that DNA in my being, and then having it actually in a soul and through my soul heritage and experience as well. And I'm not the only, many people embody this. And it's through the understanding of the what's happening right now is there is like they showed me 2 red poles through the earth, and what through like the east and west, and through these it's like little hair DNA things within DNA. I don't know what they're called, but they're like root hairs is what they're showing me, and 11:11 is on the clock, and so I'm just gonna take that as a sign. But what is happening is that there is an alteration through the collective consciousness of the Orion race, that it's going back and rewiring the intention of and healing and breaking down. It's breaking down the negative aspects of what having this in the DNA means, if that makes sense. So it's through going back and shifting the intention and doing the healing, it's almost like a protocol, there is what they're telling me, and transmuting the negativity out of it to the people who are at a level of consciousness that will be bringing this, that will be embodying more of this energy to a level where it's going to be more positively seen within inside themselves. So an example of this is someone who's sorry, my video cut out, but someone who's very intellectual just naturally, or someone just that is very humorous naturally, and they have not felt safe in their body to express this aspect of themselves. And so it's shamed, and activism is also another big part. I read that for people of the Orions to embody. And this is all about speaking truth, and humor, and that's another big part. It's expressing yourself in a natural kind of sense. And these have been suppressed over the ages, and a lot of times it's because that's in our inner DNA, and it's seen as bad, because what happened was during those times when those energies were manipulative and used as a way to control others, that energy needs to be healed so we can embody these aspects of power, intellect, humor within inside ourselves, and have a sense of safety with that, and not necessarily having it be linked to trauma of control of another race. And that's not who, on an authentic level, what Orions were really about. And so at this time, these energies are being rewired on a very ancestral level, and this is not just in physical body, but this has to do with the creatures of the earth as well, through the root system, through the ancestral bodies that are that have decayed within the earth. Oh yeah, that's what they wanted to show me. that what has broken down in the earth from these bodies of these beings, right? It's being rewired, it's being transmuted. And this is, it will be showing itself inside you as well if you choose to take in this healing. And it will allow you to really embody these aspects of yourself. And for the humor part, they really want me to encourage, they're bringing up this idea of Monsters, Inc., right? Monsters, Inc. is an awesome kids movie. I resonated with it since it came out, but it's about how the monsters in the beginning, they needed power to feed their city. And so they were getting these powers by going in through these doorways, multidimensionality, to the human world, scaring these children and gaining that power. And what they realized through this one connection between a monster and a little girl was that the humor, the laughter, has so much more power and potential to feed and to charge and get their needs met than the fear-based did. And so this is, at this time, really being amplified to encourage you, if you are a being that is witty, that is fun, that has that funniness in you, to find people that you can express that with and have that be a gift for yourself and have it be received by others through laughter as well. And so they really want to start engaging in these authentic parts of ourselves too. When there's fear-based, how can you alter that fear into something that, whether it's laughter, yoga, increasing the endorphins in a different kind of way, finding a friend where it's like, you just start talking and you can just freely be yourself, and that can be funny, and having that be expressed and acknowledged, and finding those people, those energies, whatever that is for you, to have that expression, because it's just a gift to have that, and like I said, for others to receive it as well. So happy New Year's, happy new version of you, whatever is coming through, whatever you feel to call on based on these 3 energetic frequencies, downloads that came in, that I brought in, that I was talking about today, and whatever else calls to you. I'm wishing you a happy new year, happy evolving, whatever that looks like for you, and thank you so much for listening. Much love.